Hey guys, Tech Timmy here. So down on my hands and knees today to unbox the Sobro Smart Side Table that has a built-in fridge, Bluetooth speakers, some smart lights, and some other things to boot. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the unboxing. All right, so as I do the unboxing here, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a backstory in terms of what happened with my previous table. I bought one of these almost, I guess going back probably about a year and a half ago, and the refrigerator died after 6 months, which was pretty sad. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned, I have my epic unboxing knife here, and obviously I just cut the little tabby thing off the top, which my understanding is how you need to get this thing out of the box. On the side here, you can't see them, but there are these plastic things. Looks like that. So this one actually says up, and so basically just meaning that this is the top of the table. So some plastic things on the side that need to come off. But as I started saying, so these guys, there's 4 of them. You want to take them all out. I had bought this table previously, and it died after, I guess it was about 6 months. The fridge just, it stopped cooling. And then I went back and forth with the Sobro company over many weeks to get this resolved and to get them to send me a new one. It was basically, they offered up some troubleshooting instructions, and then they just went away. And I had a really hard time tracking them down. It took some pretty aggressive follow-up in order for them to ship me this guy, but at the end of the day, they did the right thing, and they sent me the replacement. So no hard feelings there. I'm excited to get this out of the box. I still have my other one, so they didn't insist on taking the other one back, which is kind of cool, but it's basically a dumb table at this point. So the light still works, and I suppose I could get the Bluetooth speaker to work on the other one as well, but the fridge is dead. So now I'll have 2 of them, and it'll look somewhat uniform in the room in there. I'm hoping that this one holds out longer from the perspective of the fridge. So my understanding is that once these 4 gazintas are off the sides, then you basically just put your hand in the grooves, and you can lift this off. And this is gonna go a heck of a lot smoother than the last unboxing I did, I have a feeling. Okay, so and that's essentially, the box is empty. So that's the easy way to take the cover of this thing out of the box for sure. And then we have some lovely plastic all over the thing. So we're gonna take that off as well. And yeah, so I guess my main objective of this video is just to sort of give you guys an update in terms of what happened with the last one, and also just to do a sort of a fresh unboxing video of the side table. And interestingly, I'm not sure what's going on here, but it looks like the top of this. Oh no, I see. So I thought it might be damaged because it looks like there's little scuffs and dings and things, but it's that outer plastic coating that I think might have some issues, and that seems to be the case. So okay, so crisis averted. They do have a QRC code here that you can, for quick and helpful video on setting up your Sobro Smart Table, blah blah blah. You can actually scan that in, and it will step you through the setup process, which is nice. That guy there, I believe, is just some sort of a bumper for the packaging. I'm willing to bet that's what that is, but we're gonna leave that alone for now. And then yeah, so you can see, I don't know if you might not be able to make it out in the video, but there's these scuff marks all across the top. And once I take this plastic coating off, it looks like that problem goes away. Nice. And then I'm going to save the code here. So I just cut that off because I do want to show you what the finish looks like without the plastic on. And as you can see, It's nice and sort of that, it's that matte black. It does a pretty good job repelling fingerprints. The other one actually, have had no issues with fingerprints. The wireless charging base, which is what that is right on the top there. I have had mixed success with that. It charges up one of my Fire TV tablet devices just fine, but my iPhone's typically in the case, and it does not work through the case. So yeah, so that's kind of a non-starter for me, but it may be useful for some of you. Also, I tried to charge my Apple Watch on there, and it did nothing, which makes sense. I'm pretty sure that's all proprietary to Apple. So yeah, so here's the top of the unit, and then here we have some, I believe that's room for cable management, and on the back, you have these, a couple of regular power outlets, and then we have a USB, a micro USB, interesting, which I don't remember whether or not my current one has it. There's actually an aux out, which is interesting as well. So I'm just remembering that now as well. If you wanted to hook up some external speakers to this, you could. And then, and then basically this, this acts as a nice little sort of area for cable management, which is pretty cool. And then, let's see if I can lift this right up out of here. It's heavy. There we go. So, yep. So, oh yeah, and I've had some people get pretty aggressive online actually telling me that, oh, you're doing the wrong thing by flipping it over, and the refrigerator's gonna get wrecked and everything else. And that's definitely not what happened with my last one. It literally just died, completely died. I went to grab a cold beverage one morning, and it was kaput, gonzo. All right, so now, also in the back, we have a smart light that is controlled using either one of those knobs, which is very cool. I set mine to blue. It gives like a nice backlighting effect, and that's actually different than the light that appears underneath when I have it set up for motion, so that when I step out of bed at night, it basically, illuminates a path from the side of the bed, which is very cool. Sort of helps you get up and about to take care of your business at night. And then, yeah, so more plastic on the sides. We'll take that off later. But the finish is really pretty awesome. It's very modern and for, to use an overused word, slick looking. And then inside the middle here, we have what I believe are going to be the feet, or the legs of the table. And yeah, giant warning: to avoid danger or suffocation, do not place this bag over your head. That always cracks me up. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, generally they do a nice job with boxing this up, and it looks like there's been a few buckaroos on packaging, and it did come in a, as you saw, a very well styrofoam type pack situation, so that it protects the product. And then yeah, this I think lifts up, and it does. And then again, here are our options for legs. I've seen some other unboxing videos out on YouTube where the company actually gives them 2 sets of legs, smaller ones and then larger ones. I think they stopped doing that, and it's just the one option, which is, it is what it is. The height of the legs is fine. Gives it just enough of a little boost where it makes a sort of a perfect sized nightstand. And then the dimmers, I don't know if I had these with my last one. Oh no, yeah, of course. These are the dimmer, it says on it, but it's really just a plastic dial. Ruin the beautiful box. So anyhow, I might as well just show you. I'm gonna set that aside. Set the legs or the feet aside for a minute. I like calling them feet, but I guess table legs. I don't know. And then of course here's the power unit that is sort of where the magic happens. And then they do also give you, I don't remember this from before, you get a double aux out if you do decide that you want to hook up an external speaker or for whatever else you need it for. So that's a nice add. And then the power cord has just enough length where I'm able to reach the outlets beside my bed. So pretty cool. And then, oh yeah, I started to show you these. So I'm just gonna peel the little stickers off for the dimmers here. I'll put that one over here for now as well. Go get rid of the bagga. And then here, hopefully you can still see this. These guys, these little knobby things, just go on here and gives it sort of that finished look on the back. And again, these guys are used to control this light here. And yeah, they do a good job. It's interesting that there's two of them. They both do the exact same thing, these two dials. If you found a different use for them, feel free to drop me a comment below and let me know. But so there's the knobs installed. That's what that looks like. And then of course I should show you what the front, oh, is there another thing here? No, show you what the front looks like, which is really where the magic happens. So yeah, and again, more plastic stuff. So if that looks worn or whatever, it's not. That's just the plastic needs to come off. Okay, get rid of those two pieces. Bye-bye. And then so the left side is the fridge, and the right side is just storage. So if you think you're getting two refrigerators for the price of one, you're not. But the fridge actually has a nice. I think both these drawers actually glide rather nicely. Well, let's see if did they change the fridge on one side versus the other? Nope. So same configuration. So left side is the fridge, right side is some additional storage, but that's what the front looks like. And then there's the Bluetooth speakers, and in here that is just a little extra storage area where you can put, you know, whatever the book of the week that you happen to be reading, and so forth. But yeah, so I mean that's essentially it out of the box. Installing the feet, we want to do that together? Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and do that. So that's also very, very easy to do. And they made this pretty much idiot proof, which is good for a guy like me. But yeah, oh, and I'm not sure if I pointed out the manual. The manual is actually very well done. The app can be a little bit kludgy, actually, I've found, particularly with logging in and so forth, but they do a wonderful job. They did a really nice job with this document, which I will go through. I think I'm going to go through this as a refresher. I'm a technical writer by trade, so documentation is a big deal to me. And this looks very well done, and the type is actually legible, so it's not that little itty bitty type. And then, oh yeah, so, and then here are the, I'm going to call them feet. And it doesn't matter which one goes which way. And I thought because these, so they're at an angle, which is just sort of a design thing, which is very cool actually. The way the legs sit, they all kind of angle out a little bit, and it gives it that a little bit more of that modern finish look. So these guys just screw right into there, and I'm going to lift up that plastic and see if there's four littler feet. I'll bet what happened was customers said that they really had little use for the small size feet. But like I said, I've seen some other unboxings where there's two sets of these included. I'll bet that the companies are still aware with that, particularly if they're needing to send out lots of replacement tables if fridges die. So yeah, so it is what it is on that. And I'm hoping that, like I said, I'm hoping this one lasts longer. You know, I'd love to be able to say that the company bent over backwards to do the right thing and send me a new table, but that was not the case. It really took some chasing down, some repeat emails, and I might have even threatened my YouTube channel in order to get them to send me another one, but they did. So at the end of the day, good on you, Sobro, for doing the right thing. Hopefully you're doing the right thing for similar customers if they are running into problems as well. So, okay, so that's that. And again, so we have that same QRC code there to learn how to set up, and yeah, so hopefully you won't need that after this video. But so that's actually good to know that there's the reference there in case you ripped off the plastic in haste and threw that one away. I'm pretty sure I did that the first time I unboxed this. Okay, so that's that. And again, nice job there. And then last but not least is the power cord. I dropped, so this is the aux out, which I dropped. And last but not least is the power cord. So for sake of completeness, I'm going to plug this into the back so you can see where that goes as well. Although I'm guessing that if we can't figure this out, we got bigger problems, right? But anyway, for sake of completeness, that just goes in there like that. And it has, again, it just has that nice profile. So, I mean, from a design perspective, this is just really well done. And as you can see, all the different screws and so forth in the bottom. I mean, this is just machined well. It's made well. It's very heavy, very durable. I think that the issue, at least for me, my only issue is that the fridge died and the other one. So I will do a follow-up review of this guy, and let's say, I think maybe 3 months from now. I'll do the first one 3 months from now, and then I'll do the next one, why don't we say in 6 months, and we'll see where things are at with the fridge. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, why not go ahead and do that so that you can get the updates as well. And yeah, if you're interested in buying this, I will leave a link down in the description. But that is essentially it for the Sobro Smart Side Table. And if you got any value from this video, if you wouldn't mind, just give me a quick thumbs up. And consider subscribing for more on smart home and more updates on the Sobro Smart Side Table. Yeah, hope to see you in the next video. Cheers.